Hi, this is Mrs. Bates. I am going to show you how to access your child's online classroom in Schoology. The first thing you'll want to do is go to launchpad.classlink.com/manatee schools, otherwise known as my SDMC. Click on the big blue button. Now I am already signed into my computer, so I did not have to re-sign in, and you shouldn't have to either. Over here is your announcements dashboard. So any messages teachers make, you'll see over here and that you are enrolled into their courses. So this is where you would see announcements from me. You want to go up to courses and look for our homeroom tile. This is mine, and this is Mrs. Bellatera's if you're watching this from a student from Mrs. Bellatera's class. Our classrooms look very similar, so let's check mine out. The first thing you'll have is a little Bitmoji classroom. There is some important information up here. This is our EPIC class code, and there is a video in the how-to tutorials on how to access EPIC. You'll need that to do our independent daily reading. All right, so you're gonna scroll down. This is our Cuckoo Kangaroo brain break room. If you want to do any of these songs to take a break, you click on this, it opens up in a PDF, and once it's open in the PDF, you can use these links, or you can go right to YouTube. Cuckoo Kangaroo has their own channel. All right, but here's the important stuff. So you will see a welcome folder up here. Inside, there is a kindergarten team welcome video. There is a welcome to e-learning with Mrs. Bates and Mrs. Bellatera. This is a very important video. It goes over the items that as a new student you get to work with at home, and it also talks a little bit about getting onto Schoology. We use Class Dojo to communicate. Here are our class expectations, our grading criteria, the scope and sequence of the material that we'll be teaching, your e-learning handbook, which has very important information, and how-to tutorials. And then this is just a suggested daily schedule of how you might run your day at home. I want to click in here. We will be adding as we go along, but on here it shows you how, with a video and a PDF, how to upload your stuff through the Schoology app, which helps save a step when you have to upload your assignments as photos. There's also a video on how to take iReady remotely from home, and the video that I'm making right now will also be in here eventually. All right, let's go back. When you want to go back, you just follow the breadcrumbs right up top, scroll back down. This is our class directory. This is where you can put your information as a parent, such as your phone number, your email address. This is a way for parents to communicate with each other without having me as the middleman. You will have the current week's folder for your lessons, all your curriculum for the week. The assignments will be in here. And then I do have previous weeks. So here are the first 2 weeks of school. They stay open if you need to go back in there. Let's check out this week's work. All right, up at the top is where you will find important documents for the week, such as our newsletter on what we're learning, a checklist to complete assignments, and any other miscellaneous documents that you may need. I want to show you the checkoff sheet. This is our newsletter. This is the weekly schedule. This is also known as our checkoff sheet. And then this is the daily schedule that we had put in the other how-to section, just on how to set up your day so that you're working and taking breaks efficiently. All right, so let's take a look at this weekly schedule, because this is really important. Once you open it, if you want to see it fully, you'll need to click on this arrow to download it. Once it's downloaded, you can open it up. I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller so you can see. Oh, nope, that's making it bigger. All right, it goes down to the bottom, but I want you to notice that some of the items are bolded and underlined. The ones that are bold and underlined, those are the ones that you'll submit. There'll be a place to either participate in a discussion or an album to submit your work. All the items on the checklist need to be done, but not everything is turned in. For example, we start off in our red with our morning meeting. The first thing you are reminded to do is to mark yourself present and focus. You take your own attendance. Check it off. Then 9 a.m. we meet live for our morning meeting every day. So once you've attended that, check it off. And then you'll go in and answer the question of the day. So this you'll answer online. That's why it's underlined and bolded, because this is a discussion that you'll need to participate in. Next, we have our specials, and you don't have to do that in this order. You just have to meet us whenever we have live teaching. Everything else you can do in your own order. But I do suggest that you finish all of Monday's work on Monday, because in the afternoon, Mrs. Bellaterra and I go through and we check to see if work is completed. All right, so for reading, there's a read aloud, there's a video to watch, and then there's a discussion board, a question to answer. Then there's some items to do on your own, like some handwriting and practice your phonograms. So not every day will there be something to submit, but if it is in bold and underlined, you need to turn it in on that day. Everything else you can kind of finish up on your own time. All right, let's head back to our classroom. And we're gonna go back to the weekly folder. So here is where our daily live morning meeting information is. This right here is a link that will take you right into Microsoft Teams where you will meet us live. You're gonna make sure you have a camera available and a microphone. If you happen to miss a morning meeting, I do record them and then I'll put them in this folder for you to watch. And then these are the questions of the day that I was talking about. There's one for each day of the week. All right, head back to our folder. Next is our reading folder. Some folders have something to do for each day, and some just have a couple things listed in the folder, depending on how much work there is to do for the subject. So you'll do your phonogram video each week. We're building 5 letters each week, and then there'll be something to do for each day. Now, let's take a look at Friday, because I know there's something to submit on Friday. Whoop, nope, just kidding. Let's see, I know there's a discussion board, I believe on Monday. All right, so if there's something for you to do, it's right in that folder. So on Monday, you watch the book. If you give the mouse a cookie, then there's a question that you need to answer, and then a link of something to do. So you complete everything that's in the folder on that day. Then there's writing. I will tell you that for writing, there are student albums here. We don't want you to necessarily upload a piece every single day. It's just as you finish a piece, you'll submit it. And each child will have their individual album to submit their writing. That helps us keep it organized. We will be starting reading groups soon, and this will be your information of when you'll join us live. We have math content. We will also be doing math small groups very soon. We have science content, social studies content, and then specials. Now these are provided by the district, so whatever's in there has not been created by us. We can try to give assistance if needed, but this is something that you kind of are on the honor system for. There's nothing to turn in to me. And that is our classroom in a nutshell. We will sometimes put up updates. It's kind of like that first screen when you logged in. Currently, I just have my Bitmoji classroom here. I do not have any updates currently. But here's where I can do polls and make important announcements. All right, so that is our classroom.